Okay, guys, well, this is a first. I've done 2 videos in one day. This video is a request for some advice from Lisa. She is a member of my anxiety disorders group on Facebook. She would like advice for her husband. He was in prison for a couple of years and he has anxiety. He has high stress at work but does not want to go to counseling. And he has been self-medicating, I'm kind of getting from this post, for his anxiety, and she would like advice to stop his self medicating and just some advice. Well, I do not have experience of having been in prison and having that type of situation. I can only imagine the nightmare that inmates have in there, and I can more or less almost guarantee that that's probably the source of his anxiety, that high stress of having inmates and the yelling at all times at night. I can only imagine. My advice, Lisa, would be for him to keep his mind occupied. I did try self-medicating throughout high school. I used to put alcohol in my coffee, and I used to take it in like travel mugs to high school until I got busted, basically, by my counselor. And I stopped by keeping my mind busy. I recently have taken up reading to kind of keep myself doing something. When you have that anxiety feeling coming up, I would turn on the television, turn on a movie you like, light some candles. I'm not sure what he's into, but anything calming, anything soothing. If helping to listen to music helps, like I said, watching movies, watching TV, reading, taking up a new hobby. He's a guy, so I'm not sure if he could get into like different sports. If he's like a football guy, maybe he wants to try getting into some basketball. I don't know. Anything to keep your mind going. I've seen people do a lot with the outdoors, either fishing or exercising. Exercising is one of the best things you can do for anxiety. It really gets your anxiety out because you're being physical, and it really does calm you down. You can have him do the breathing technique. You breathe in through your nose for 4 counts, out through your mouth at 6, while your hand is rested on your stomach and you are watching your hand rising and falling. There is also, if he does want to try breathing techniques, there is an awesome website. It's called doas1.com. I will link it in my video. And basically you breathe with the computer. It has like a little image. It has different rooms, whether you want to breathe to get yourself excited, make yourself calm down, sleep. I mean, it has probably tens of rooms. I mean, it's a pretty big site, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. They do have apps. I believe they're like a $3 app. I do not have the app, but I have done the website. I think it works. What else could he do? I'm not sure what type of self-medicating he does, but the only thing you can really do for self-medicating is to see a therapist or a counselor. For me, I did see counselors for my self-medicating, but I also did, like I said, occupy myself. I became active at my school. I started doing choir, and I was already on the swim team, but I took up volleyball, and I was playing in the orchestra, and I was doing show choir, and I was doing the musicals, and I was always active, so I always had my mind doing something. I even asked for extra homework at night just to keep my mind going. You have to keep your mind going. You have to keep distracting yourself from the anxiety so you don't get lost in it. Besides that, I would seek help from a doctor. If he was interested in taking medication, I would thoroughly get a roll on that. I would also, I'm not sure if he is diagnosed, if he's refusing to seek help. I'm not sure if he is formally diagnosed with an anxiety disorder or just having anxiety symptoms. But I'm sure if you go to whoever your doctor is and you tell them that he's having problems and I'm noticing it too and he really needs some help. Also, he has to be on board with all of this. You can't force him into something. You have to realize that this is his normal. I've said that in one of my other videos that, you know, this is his normal, this is his life, and you have to kind of respect that. If he's not comfortable with doing something, it's not going to change. So you have to be patient, you know, take things one step at a time. But I will definitely link that website if he is interested in that breathing type exercises. Like I said, it has a visual, so you'll need your sound turn up. You can breathe with the computer. It's kind of hard to explain, but once I link it, I'm sure you will definitely realize what I'm trying to say. Just keep in mind that, you know, this is his life, and you have to kind of respect that if this is how he wants to handle it, then this is how he's going to handle it until he's ready to change. You can't force change on anyone. If he does, you know, get out of hand one night, you could, you know, I don't really like saying this, but you could also put him in the hospital. Some people need to do that before they realize, holy crap, I have a problem. That's kind of your last resort. If you really think it's a problem, if you really think this, you know, is damaging his life in one way, simplify your life. If he's having a really stressful job on top of with the anxiety, simplify what he has to do. You know, if he's used to coming home and taking care of the house and doing everything, maybe you could try, you know, having someone else come over and fix that leaky sink, or hire someone to redo your roof. I mean, you just have to simplify. He has to be able to calm down and kind of accept the fact that he can't do everything anymore. I'm not sure what else I can say. I hopefully I covered that pretty well. I felt like I gave you a lot there to work with. Let me know how he's doing. If you would love, I would love to hear from him. You already have my Facebook, so if, you know, he wants to talk to me through you, that's fine. Hopefully I can get his feedback, see if I could help him even more. That's kind of my goal through all these videos, is to help people. I don't want anyone to feel alone, and make sure he knows he's not alone. If he can, he can totally make a Facebook, come into the group, and he can write what he's thinking. He can write what his thought processes are. He can write the way he's feeling, and we can help him accordingly to that. Otherwise, you could totally have him watch my videos. Hopefully, I can do something that will benefit him in one way or another. I do appreciate you reaching out to me for him. I love that. You're just like my boyfriend, very supportive, very understanding. And I think that's awesome. He already has a great person in his life and a great support system, clearly. I really do appreciate that. You get an A+ for that. A lot of people don't have that great support system. I'm stumbling over my words. And they have to do this on their own, and that just makes it even more harder. So hopefully this works out for him. Hopefully this makes sense to both of you. And I hope to maybe be hearing from him in the future. Hopefully this all works. And I will talk to you later.